Okay, so let's start off with the new chapter, that is excretion in humans. Do you want me to repeat the chapter of force, the first chapter? Not force, do something else, right? Or was it force? Physics? Numericals. 100 kilometers.
20 minutes.
ठीक है ओके आज ही ह्यूमन एक्सप्रेशन आरंभ करो एमसी है तब सर बुक আছে আৰু এক্সট্রা বুক বায়োলজি কোনটাকে
তো বই পিটে দিয়া
তো কি বহিবি তোমাদের নাই নেকি এটা বায়োলজি অ্যাঞ্জেলিনা জোলির টিম বলেছে
সাড়ে কি কাপড় হতে
তবে এক্সট্রা বুক আছে Okay, let's start. Excretion in human beings. Excretion in Now, what do you mean by the term excretion? Basically, excretion क्या होता है? आयुषी? Any idea?
waste products.
It is the method by which waste products are excreted out of the body. Okay? In human beings, actually in majority of the organisms, whenever an organism is eating something, it has to what? Undergo the process of respiration, right? Digestion hoga aur tarpor ki hoga respiration hoga. Okay, there will be two parts. Whenever see food is being taken in, first of all it will undergo digestion. And this digested food will be utilized for two main purposes. Okay, two main purposes. Either for the generation of energy, that is through the process of respiration. Now remember, respiration is the process where food or glucose is converted into energy, either using oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. If you are using oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. If it is in the absence of oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. Okay? Now both aerobic as well as anaerobic respiration will generate waste products. Remember, one of the major waste products is carbon dioxide. ठीक है? इसमें क्या होता है रेस्पिरेशन में? ह्यूमन बींग में जब रेस्पायर करते हैं हम लोग तो इसमें क्या होता है? एनर्जी प्लस वाटर प्लस CO2 gas, right? Now this CO2 gas cannot build up inside your body. If it builds up, it will start killing your cells. Okay? In medicine we call it acidosis. Medical sense of term को हमें कहते हैं acidosis. Okay, that means an increased amount of carbon dioxide in your body, which leads to the pH of your blood increasing. pH में क्या जाना है? Whether something is acidic or whether something is basic or something is neutral. If it is acidic, the pH is low. If it is basic, the pH is high. ঠিক আছে, সো আমার যেটা অ্যাসিডিক যেতিয়া হবে pH টো লো হৈ যাব। product. ठीक है sir? So buildup of carbon dioxide, any of that decreases the pH of blood. Okay? Now this carbon dioxide has to be excreted out of the body. Okay? ये तो ना waste product पर main waste product. ठीक है sir? Waste product. Now next to the digested food, किमान करना चाहिए जब पड़े digested food. The digested food that has been absorbed by the body, ठीक है sir, which has been absorbed by the body will be either, first of all, which has been absorbed by the body will be either be used for building up your body, muscles build koribo, growth or karone use hobo, mane na hoy, growth of body or building body mass, right? It will be used for this, right? The next thing that will be used for is for repair. Remember, for repairing purposes. So my cell নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে, the cells which have worn out, the cells which have undergone what? I don't know if that term, so sorry. The cells which have been, which have died or worn out cells, we'll have to replace those cells. Okay, therefore for repairing or for replacement. Okay, repairing এটা use করো when there is an injury in the body. Suppose there is a cut, there is a crack in the bone. How will your body build? Through your digestive food. Understood? Clear? Huh? Platelets. Platelets का काम अलग होता है. That is used for clotting blood. ठीक है, उसका काम अलग होता है. ठीक है? Now, replacement किसका कारण है? The cells which have died. that can be replacement for the useful. Remember, so repair and replacement are not the same things in biology. Okay. Now, out of this digested food, a part of the food will remain undigested. Remember. Okay. Food has been undergone, which has undergone digestion. A part will remain undigested. Now this undigested part is your waste product. Because this is the second waste product. The first waste product is your CO2 from respiration. The next waste product is from undigested food. Understood? Yes. বুঝি পাইছা সবে? বুঝি পাইছা? Yes. অলপমান দিগদাৰ হ'ব তোমালোকৰ অসমীয়া কম হ'ব পাৰে। তুমি হেৰি কৈছা নহয়? Understood? A part will remain undigested, which needs to be excreted out. Which needs to be excreted out. Okay? But remember, it is not only food that we take in. It is not only food that we take in. We take in water, and along with the food, during the process of respiration and many other biological processes, the body will also generate other nitrogenous waste products. Mane waste products that will contain nitrogen as the main thing. Okay, ammonia. But that ammonia inside the body is converted into something else. Because it will एनीकमी होता है, लेकिन ह्यूमन बॉडी में क्या होता है, अमोनिया जनरेट होता है, लेकिन वो अमोनिया लेस टॉक्सिक फॉर्म में फिर से वो कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. ठीक है सर, यूरिक एसिड. ठीक है सर, यूरिक एसिड में कन्वर्ट हो जाए. अदरवाइज इफ द अमाउंट ऑफ अमोनिया keeps on building inside your body, ammonia is very toxic in nature, remember. Okay. Now, animals which live inside water, they excrete their waste in the form of ammonia. Because for the excretion of ammonia, we require a lot of water. And do we live inside water? Therefore, the main waste product from human body is not ammonia, remember. Okay, it is converted into something else. Yes? Huh? Urea, uric acid, Manuke, Zitia. If my I wrote many things. Some very complex formulas. Huh? That is known as organic chemistry. These are organic compounds. When you will study organic compounds in class 11, then you will get to know. If you take up science and you study organic acid, only then you will come to know what is urea and what is uric acid. Otherwise, there is nowhere on earth I can teach you what is uric acid and urea. These are certain organic compounds. Just remember this thing. Okay, understood? So right now. So what we have again? In excretion, we mainly deal with the excretion of your nitrogenous wastes via your kidneys. Remember, human excretion of patenge. This is a huge part. Okay, but the main excretion in human beings right now, main excretion. New word. Do you understand these things? Problem नहीं हो रहा है ना? No. Main excretion in humans is excreting out the nitrogenous wastes. Nitrogenous wastes. Decorating your book or playing with the insect. You want to eat it for your dinner or what? Then playing with insects. Now main excretion human being is excreting out of nitrogenous waste like urea and uric acid via the kidneys. Okay, we will be mainly dealing with this part. Okay, we will see how your kidneys they work. Understood? So right now, excretion is the system. Right now, excretion is a system. Via which the waste products that are generated in the body, Kola Kasilo, the teacher exits, your mouth starts. এনেকুৱা নহয় যে মই কিতাপখন অলপ চাওঁ টিচাৰজন বাহিৰত গৈছে মুখখন আৰম্ভ via which the waste products that are generated in the body within bracket the metabolic wastes huh? Yuval, what is your name? जानवी, yes. अगर कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो मुझे बोलना, ठीक है? कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो, don't shy off. If you shy off, you will not be able to, read properly. You will not be able to understand anything. तुम्हें क्या प्रॉब्लम होता है? कुछ भी अगर प्रॉब्लम होता है मुझे बोलना, पढ़ाएं, ठीक है? Don't shy off, otherwise we will not learn things. Okay? तो प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है अब तक? Within bracket metabolic waste are excreted out of the body. Out of the body. Now, what do you mean by metabolic waste? Metabolic waste comes from the word metabolism. Now what do you mean by metabolism? Okay, metabolism का जो definition होता है, it is said as the sum total of the catabolic and the anabolic processes of the body. Catabolic means breaking down processes. Something that is being broken down, that is known as catabolism. Anabolism means building processes. Okay. Now, during the process of building anything, you are building new cells, you are building muscles, you are building anything, so as to grow your body. Okay. Or you are building something for, say, for repairing your cells, or for repairing your injury. Okay. That is a anabolic process. Now, during those anabolic processes, there are waste materials that are generated by the body. Okay. Now, your catabolism. Respiration is a catabolic process. Catabolic matlab kya? Your food is being broken down into simple things, right? Energy means what? Energy ki kya rasilana? Energy. Yes, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is the main energy produced during the process of respiration, right? Now, from a complex food, you are getting 3 simple things, right? So it is a breaking down process. That we call catabolism. That is known as catabolism. Okay. Now the sum total. There are many catabolic activities in the body as well as many anabolic processes in the body. So due to the sum total, what that we call metabolism. That is known as metabolism. Okay. Now the waste that is generated during those metabolic activities is known as metabolic waste. Am I clear?
Sir, is it called a high metabolism, low metabolism?
Yes, high metabolism, low metabolism meaning is that every human body, it has a different rate of metabolizing your things. Okay, metabolizing your things. Like Ayushi's metabolism and say Shlok's metabolism are not the same. Shlok is very high metabolism because he's almost not there, nowhere to be found. He's so thin. Okay, also for Anshuta, same thing. Okay, nae manhu. ठीक है. So key होगा generally if you see people who are eating too much, you see there are some people who eat too much but they're still slim and fit. Okay, why is this happening? Because their metabolism rate is high. But whereas you will find people who don't eat too much, okay, who are moderate eaters but they're still fat. Okay, there the metabolic rate is low. Now the rate of metabolism inside a human being depends upon many factors. There are genetic factors, there are also hormonal factors. There are different hormones responsible for mediating these processes in the body. এটা হ'লে থাইৰয়ড নিচিনা থাইৰয়ড প্ৰব্লেম হৈছে বুলি কোৱা যায় কিছুমান মানুহ চাবা if he or she gets into a thyroid issue, what happens? Some of them get slim down, and some of them they gain weight. Okay, why is this happening? Your thyroid is that gland present here. It is a butterfly-shaped gland. It's present here, near your neck. Okay, they are responsible for secreting certain hormones that regulate your metabolic rate of your body. If it is high, if the secretion is high, then the person will slim down. Okay, it is utilizing your body's fat, muscles, etc. If the secretion is very low, then the person will swell up. Why he will swell up? Because the metabolic rate has gone down. There are many other things because of which thyroid can cause a lot of problems. Generally, there is a range. There is a range within which it is acceptable. The thyroid range, T3 range and T4 range. Okay. Now beyond that is bad, and below that is also bad. If it is beyond that, then the person will slim down. Okay, and if it is below it, the person will swell up. Understood? At a range second, that is known as a biological reference range. If you have seen your blood reports, you will see the name of the chemical, the hormone which is to be, if it is THS, thyroid stimulating hormone, you will have the chemical which is to be tested. You will get the range, the value, the amount of that hormone inside your blood, and the biological reference range. Kuntu range of it is acceptable by. Understood? Okay, fine. Hypothyroidism and hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism what manuma? Hypothyroidism what hypo means what? The secretion of your hypo means less. Hypo in biology or in science refers to less. Hyper means something which is high. Okay, so if it is hypo, then your thyroid hormone levels are low. If it is hypothyroidism, that means the person will now swell up. Okay, now if the thyroid levels are high, then your person will slim down. That is known as hyperthyroidism. Everyone will not know about all these things. Thyroid are a pair of glands present here. A pair of glands, the gland that is present near your neck or on your neck. Okay, it just sits above your trachea. Trachea means your windpipe. No, not all thyroid issues are autoimmune. Majority of your thyroid issues are non-autoimmune. There is something known as Hashimoto's disease. Because Hashimoto's disease is thyroid. That I think that is classified under autoimmune diseases. Have you learned about autoimmune diseases? No, right? Autoimmune disease means your body is attacking your own body cells. That means your immune system, there is an immune system, right? For each human being, there is an immune system for any organism actually. Okay? Now that immune system is responsible to keep you healthy. It is supposed to attack your viruses, your bacteria, fungi, and any other pathogens that enter your body. Okay? But at times what happens is that due to some mismanagement in the body, your body will start attacking its own body cells. That is known as autoimmune diseases. Understood? So Hashimoto's is one of it. Okay? Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Disease. Okay? Now now, in excretion, what happens is that mainly your nitrogenous waste, that is urea and uric acid, are excreted via your kidneys. But at times, uric acid and urea are also excreted via your sweat. Because your sweat will be very salty to taste. If you have ever, when you play and all, if you dance, you play, you do anything, you do any sort of physical exercise, what will happen? Your face will also sweat up, no? Then you will get the salty taste. A sour, salty taste. Okay, that is because of uric acid. Okay, so uric acid is also excreted via your sweat. Remember. Okay.
आर्मपिटर स्वेट तो गंधाए तो और स्वेट तो गंधाए
Armpit or sweat to gandha karan to hoseke because near your armpit there are a host of bacteria present. Now those bacteria will act on the sweat and will produce some foul smelling chemicals. Okay, tumar jod tumar near armpits, your groin area, near your legs, ঠিক আছে যতে তোমার folds আছে তাতে এই ব্যাকটেরিয়াবোৰ বেছিকৈ পোৱা যায়. Okay, whenever you sweat there in those areas, what will happen is that the sweat will accumulate there and the bacteria will act upon it, and that will cause you foul smelling things.
and sweat itself has smell nahi
No, sweat itself will have no smell. It is because of the bacteria that is acting, and this is specifically more true for men, for boys and men. Okay, কিছুমান girls কারণে হয়, but for men is that the rate of metabolism is higher than that of ladies. Therefore, what happens is that we sweat more. We tend to sweat more, men and boys. তয়ো হয় নে আৰু ছোৱালী নহয় লৰাই হয় থাকিব ঠিক আছে বুজি পাইছা না কথাটো না those that waste material, first of all, it waste material what? The next type of waste material is your bile. Bile that is secreted by your liver. Okay? Bile, although it has certain functions in your body, it has functions, but it is still a waste product. Okay? Bile is mainly excreted via your stool, human feces. Okay? Understood? Human feces also tumar bile to excrete hoy because bile to both basically tumar pelai. The bile is excreted near the, remember, duodenum. There is an area that is known as the duodenum. Okay, it's a part of your small intestine, the first part of your small intestine. Okay, there you will get the secretion of your liver as well as your pancreas. You have learned this is class 6. You have learned. Okay, there you will see the liver is excreting as well as the pancreas is excreting. So, the liver is excreting mainly inside the intestine. Therefore, the bile will be excreted mainly via your stool or your feces. Okay, although a part of it is also secreted via your urine. Understood? Urine is also because urine is a straw color part. Actual urine is straw color. Color of urine is straw color. If it is completely white, remember you are overhydrated. If it is a bit straw color, then you are correctly hydrated. If it is very dark, then your hydration is low. Remember, if your hydration is low, it will put a lot of stress on your kidneys. You will tend to get UTIs, urinary tract infections. You will tend to get what? Kidney stones. All these things, all these problems will crop up if you drink less water, especially during the summer days. Okay, during the summer months, if you drink less water, you are causing problem for yourself. Remember this thing. Hedukane, I don't go for swimming. So many people will go and swim in that swimming pool. Oh God, it's so nasty. Unhe ki kori ta kori thake bhagavan jane. Asa tumi bahut thik lage.
sir এর মধ্যে কি একলেন ড্রাই না
নাই একলেন পৰা জীৱনটো নাযাওঁতে এটা মানুহে বহুত কি কৰিবলা মুখে সুখে দিবনে কি কৰিব পায় তুমি কি জানে
কি কৰে পানী দিয়ে থাকে
সেইটো তোমাৰ ফিল্টাৰ কৰি থাকিব ন বাট একলেন পানীটো ইমান ডাঙৰ ফিল্টাৰ তাত থাকে কথাটো বহুত ঠিক লাগে
সুইমিং পুলত বমি কৰি দিছিলে কি কথা কৈছো হাত চাম কাটি চাবলে কৈছো
Okay, the third type of excretory product will be your what? Bile, uric acid, urea, bile, your salts. Now, whenever we eat things, what happens is that we require salt. Salt is an essential mineral that has to enter your body. If salt is less in your body, there are many problems. Sodium chloride. Water? Goiter salt के लिए नहीं होता है. Goiter is mainly due to deficiency of iodine. That salt is iodized. This is not an iodine salt. This is a chloride salt. In chemistry, when I will teach you the language of chemistry, chemical equations, I will teach you द मेन सॉल्ट इज NaCl और सोडियम क्लोराइड. इसको हम आयोडाइज कर रहे हैं. Understood? Okay. Now, sodium chloride, why this sodium is required for your nerves. It is very it's essential for your nerves. If sodium gets low, this nervous system. Okay. Next, this chlorine or your chloride ion is essential for digestion. Your saliva will only work if there is chloride ion. Otherwise, it will not work. Remember, 30% of digestion, starch digestion, occurs in your mouth itself. Carbohydrate digestion and starch digestion occurs in your mouth. That digestion is done by salivary amylase. Now, if there is less of chlorine or chloride, then you can use it. Okay, understood? Chlorine toxic होता है, लेकिन chloride ion toxic नहीं होता है. Okay, chlorine is toxic, chloride ion is non-toxic. Okay, now we don't know how much of salt we're eating per day, right? A part of it will be taken for the bodily purposes, but a part of it has to be excreted. Now remember, sodium chloride is a water soluble salt. Now whatever is water soluble is mainly excreted via your kidneys. It will get absorbed in your blood, and your blood will be filtered by your kidneys. During that filtration process, excess of salt will be excreted out. Remember, your kidney not only excretes too much of salts, but it also takes in salts if it is required. Okay, there is a huge process, something known as regulation of osmolarity. ठीक है सर? Osmolarity के लिए हमारा वस्तुता है. I will teach you in the later classes, not today, how we regulate the amount of salts inside your blood. That is done by your kidneys. If there is too much of salt which is being excreted by your kidneys, a part of that salt will be again reabsorbed by your kidneys. So your kidneys not only helps in excretion, but they will also help in reabsorption of water, and as well as reabsorption of essential salts, electrolytes, something known as electrolytes. Okay, there are different zones of the kidneys which are responsible for absorbing the different electrolytes and water. Understood? Now, the fourth thing, क्या भी problem हो रहा है? आयुषी, ঠিক আছে, তোমাদের সব কি আছে নহয়? অসমীয়া ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰ অসমীয়া সকল দিগদাৰ নাই হোৱা নহয়? কোৱা. Yes, the pools are chlorinated, but the amount of chlorine that is injected in the pool should be at a tolerable limit. ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু ক্লোরিন গ্যাস আমি ডাইরেক্টলি দি নিদিও. ঠিক আছে, ক্লোরিন in some other form. Liquid that is in some other form. It is not liquid chlorine, remember. Liquid chlorine will explosively react with water. It is not really liquid chlorine. It is some other compound of chlorine. Okay, some other compound like hypochlorous acid, HClO, bleaching powder, CaOCl. ठीक है सर? हाँ, साबुन जैसा लगता है देखने. ठीक है, ये तो तुम्हारा बेलेग कंपाउंड्स है क्लोरीन और नॉट डायरेक्टली क्लोरीन. Otherwise, chlorine will explosively react with water if it is liquid chlorine. Okay, understood? Next, salts, excretion of salts. Yes. Next thing is that there are certain minerals which are essential for your bodily functions. Those are known as your vitamins. Okay, vitamins के लिए हमारा कौन है? vitamins लेना चाहिए, vitamin है, vitamin लेना चाहिए. But remember, excess of vitamin inside your body will lead to toxicity. There is something known as vitamin toxicity. If you take too much of vitamin, gone. Ram Satya. Too much of vitamin causes toxicity inside your body. So there has to be a हफ्ते में एक बार खाना क्यों पड़ता है? Because vitamin D is fat soluble. It is not water soluble. When you have excess of vitamin D, first of all, it might cause poisoning. The more it is water soluble, it will become more toxic. Remember, because water is easily absorbed by your body. Now, if something is easily dissolved in water, that will also be easily absorbed by your body. Therefore, it will lead to more toxicity. Okay? इसलिए हम क्या करते हैं, जो फैट सोल्यूबल है वो हम खाते हैं, लेकिन डेली बेसिस में हम इतना ज़रूरत नहीं होता है. क्योंकि वो जो हमारे बॉडी का फैट्स है उसमें वो डिसॉल्व हो जाता है, ठीक है. बट थिंग्स विच आर वाटर soluble, like there are certain vitamins which are water soluble, will mainly be excreted by your kidneys, so that will be required on a daily basis. Okay, whatever minerals are water soluble are generally required on a daily basis. Okay, because of excretion. Otherwise, one of one imbalance again. बुझी पाइसा? So, too much of vitamins are also bad for your body.
Probiotic बनाए खाओ.
हाँ?
Probiotic खाओ.
What are probiotics? Probiotics खावा पारे, but what are actually probiotics? Huh? Probiotics are actually certain organisms, mainly bacteria. Mainly bacteria. It's a culture of bacteria that is good for your gut. Remember your gut, your gastrointestinal tract, that means from your stomach to till your entire intestine, it hosts a lot of bacteria, healthy bacteria. Without those bacteria, you will not be able to absorb certain minerals, you will not be able to absorb certain vitamins. Okay, like vitamin B12 deficiency बहुत है, iron deficiency हो पारे if those bacteria are absent. Also, at times what happens, it might lead to problems like indigestion. If the amount of good bacteria are low in your stomach or in your intestine. So at that time what we have is that there is a वो याकुट मिलता है ना, याकुट दिखी सा नमन, तो small I mean shots. They look like shots of milkshake or कुछ ऐसा कुछ लगता है. I have never had one. That's right. हाँ, तो हेतु की बात है कि those are some culture of good bacteria. So you can have probiotics, but it's not required. If you are not ill, it's not required. One of the best probiotics, one of the कुकान मास खाए ने, एक कितना सर? कुकान मास खाए? One, Kukanmas is one of the best probiotics. Yogurt is, yes, yogurt take curd. Because yogurt contains sugar. So sugar, when you add sugar to curd, it will bring down the concentration of good bacteria. So you are supposed to have the sour curd. Okay, that will contain a lot of good bacteria. Pota bhat number hai, fermented rice. Rice which is fermented, that is really good for your health. It contains a lot of probiotics. Okay, things like kimchi. Have you heard kimchi? हाँ है तुमने kimchi? Kimchi में भी तुम्हारा probiotics होते हैं. ठीक है सर? एक और तुम्हारा you should add probiotics on a daily basis. From your daily food. Don't try to get some medicine, something that is available in the pharmacies. That's not required. Okay, take a spoon of curd, as I have said before. Take a spoon of curd and take a glass of water. After you go to home from school, have one. Lassi. No. Lassi ठीक है कि lassi contains a lot of sugar. It will bring down the concentration of good bacteria. Okay. Better you take 1 or 2 tablespoons of curd in 1 glass of water and drink it with a bit of Himalayan pink salt. It's beneficial for your health. Okay. ठीक है? It will bring down your body temperature also, and it is good for your body also. Cool. ठीक है sir? This is some natural ways of introducing probiotics in your body. Now, probiotics also they help in the excretion of certain waste products. Okay? Probiotic वाले की बात जरूर हमारे waste product इसमें there are certain really dangerous things produced inside your body. If there are probiotics inside your body, what will happen is that they will create certain things. They will create certain chemicals that will neutralize these bad things, those metabolic wastes, and that will be excreted out of the body at last. Understood? Clear till now? ठीक है सर? Vitamins of कारण है, excess also of कारण है, ठीक है सर? Then excretion of urea and uric acid of कारण है use करा जाए. Next is for E, bile. ठीक है सर? Whole? Clear हुआ? Now. The main excretory organ, as I have said, is your kidneys. Remember, now we will be looking into the parts of the kidneys. Next class we will get the notes. Today I am just teaching. Okay? हाँ बोलो. Heart में भी layers. हाँ, myocardium is not a layer. Myocardium is वो होता है. It is the tissue of the heart. The heart muscle is known as myocardium. But there is a membrane Just like your cell membrane, there is a membrane that surrounds your heart that is known as the pericardium. Okay? Heart also has layers, but you don't need to learn the layers. It's very complex. Okay? Yeah? Right now, parts of the excretory system. Parts of the excretory system. Now, what are the main parts of the excretory system in human beings? Okay, there are lots of other excretory systems in many other organisms. You will get matricial tubules, you will get nephridia. Nephridia कहाँ पर था? Yes, very good. And इधर में तुम्हारा nephridia था. ठीक है, matricial tubules you will find in things like cockroaches. Okay, cockroaches, insects. ठीक है, तो रात में matricial tubules को लेने का. Okay. Here, first of all, it contains a pair of kidneys. A pair of kidneys. Pair of kidneys. Next is your ureters. Next you have your urinary bladder. Fourth, you have your urethra. Okay. Ureters. Uterus. हाँ?
Uterus में होने की है।
कितनी?
Uterus में होने की है।
Uterus. Uterus is the organ where a fetus develops. Fetus माने की है? Baby. Your baby develops. It's the organ in ladies where your baby develops. Okay. 4. Urethra. U-R-E-T-H-R-A. I will explain. Kidneys, remember, those are your kidney-shaped, your bean-shaped organs. ठीक है सर? Maroon color, थोड़ा सा maroon color होता है. They are beans, हाँ. They are in shape exactly. They look like the rajma, a huge part. A huge bean. Looks like a huge bean. Okay. These are your organs that are responsible for filtering your blood. Remember. There are certain areas inside the kidney that filters blood. Okay. Now, when the blood is filtered, it will produce urine. Okay. Now, the urine that is produced by your kidneys are taken into your urinary bladder by a pipe-like structure. You see, there are two pipe-like structures coming from the kidneys. These are known as the ureters. Okay. Now, those ureters will empty their content into the urinary bladder. It is a muscular bag-like structure that will hold urine. It almost has a capacity of around 500 to 700 ml, I guess. 500 to 700 ml. If I am not mistaken, I have forgotten. Okay, so we're going to beleg by, but this will retain your urine. Okay, now this urine or the urinary bladder will open into an external organ. Okay, your external genitalia. Okay, that part is known as your urethra. Okay, so we're going to urine bladder. That is known as the urethra. Okay, this is the entire part. I mean your parts of your urinary system or your excretory system. Understood? Tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, because tomorrow's teachers' celebration here, so you have to come. Probably you can ask Kuldeep sir and Priyanka ma'am for that. Day after tomorrow, we'll be discussing in details what happens here. Okay? And next Thursday, I will be discussing your course. Physics, हाँ, physics का numericals वाला. वो course है क्या था? Units and measurements I guess, right? Yes. I'll be discussing the numericals of the first chapter. There is only one chapter, right? From where numericals will come? From the chapter. लेकिन वो easy है. First chapter के लिए नहीं है ना? Next Thursday हम ये discuss करेंगे. Okay? Next Thursday discuss करो ना, ये तो Saturday discuss करो. Saturday. ठीक है, Saturday discuss करो. Okay?